We've got this back wall here with 3 60cm aquariums. On this one, we've got 2 lidded tanks, a dual Rio 180 and a dual Rio 240, which used to be my living room. Hello, AQUASCAPE here, and welcome to another adventure on aquascaping. Right, it's been a while, too long, so it's about time I've done this video to give you an update on what I've been doing. I have been busy behind the scenes. I haven't just been sitting back doing nothing. I've got some exciting things to tell you about, and I've got some exciting tanks to show you that have been set up, including this one here. So yeah, I've been scaping some new tanks, shift some tanks about. This tank was actually my living room. I'll show you the living room and I'll show you what I've been doing in this tank. I've been really looking forward to showing you these tanks. So thanks for your patience. I know it's been far too long and I do apologise for that, but I have been doing things behind the scenes. One exciting thing to tell you about, I'm now a proud member of the Aquaflora A team. Aquaflora is a plant company based in the Netherlands, producing amazing quality aquatic plants, both potted plants and in vitro lab grown plants. So I'm now part of the Aquaflora aquascaping team, which is a total privilege and honour because of some really good content creators, aquascapers, who are part or have some connection with Aquaflora. So yeah, thank you so much, Aquaflora. The first plant delivery I had from Aquaflora enabled me to do 2 tanks, which I'm going to show you, 2 dual aquariums, which I'll go into more detail about as we go around and I show you those tanks. I'm actually popping over to the Netherlands as well. I can't say too much about it now, but some exciting projects there, which I can't wait for. That'll be the back end of March. So yep, off to the Netherlands. That's something that's happening. And yeah, just a good start of the year, getting things started, getting this studio set up, because initially I had smaller tanks. It was full of nano tanks, and I have to be totally honest, I'm not really a nano scaper. I really miss the big tanks. And the idea was to have 2 larger lidded tanks, kind of off the shelf, the dual aquariums, which are really popular, was to have 2 of those, and as well as the higher end tanks, like the 60cm I've got on the other side of the room. Like I say, we'll show you them all. So we've got the best of both worlds, lidded tanks, non-CO2 tanks, CO2 injected tanks, a mix of everything. So I can make some great content for you guys to help you along your way in your aquascaping journey. So we'll have setups, tips, unboxings, overviews, reviews, as much advice I can give you guys to help you get into this amazing aquascaping hobby. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. And over the Christmas time, I was thinking, how can I start the new year being a little bit different, and what shall I do? And that's what it boiled down to. Shout out to Seachem for helping me out with the dual aquariums. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have those. So thanks very much, Seachem, as well as the products I use. They've kindly helped me fund this studio as well with these tanks. This isn't all about name dropping companies. Without those companies helping me out, I wouldn't be able to do this. I couldn't afford to do this sort of thing. So that's me just being honest. I'm trying to turn this into a full-time career, and without you guys, without the support of sponsors, I just wouldn't be able to do it. So on that note, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and it'll definitely be worth subscribing because there's loads of content to come, aiming to help you within this hobby. So yeah, I'm gonna just shut up and I'm gonna show you the tanks and show you what I've been up to this past couple of months. So just sit back and enjoy the video, guys. See you later. Here we go. I will show you the setups I have in my mini studio. So taking a look, we've got this back wall here with 3 60cm aquariums. So these are all 2-foot aquariums. One's a shallow, the rest is your regular 60p size. So that's one wall, and this is the biggest change. On this one, we've got 2 lidded tanks, a dual Rio 180 and a dual Rio 240, which used to be my living room. So this is how it's looking, and this is how it's changed. If you've watched previous videos of mine, you've seen this wall here it had a unit covering the whole back wall, and we had nano tanks and shallow tanks. So this is the big change, much bigger aquariums, which I have to admit, I really do prefer the bigger tanks. I've missed getting bigger tanks. So let's go and have a look at them. We'll look at the bigger ones first. So as I was saying, this is the dual Rio 180. I only planted this a few days ago. If you see lots of crypt melt. If you're new to this hobby, crypts or cryptocorean species, they're notorious for melting, which is totally normal. It's just their way of adapting to underwater conditions. So they've been grown immersed in pots. Once you plant them, they melt back, but as long as they've got a healthy rootstock, which these have, they will grow new submerged leaves, which look totally different. So that's what's happened there. Totally normal. Don't panic when it happens. Although I must admit, when I plant crypts, I know exactly what's going to happen 90% of the time, but still guts is when you see it. I won't go into loads of detail because we'll have a video which will cover this tank and all the plants in it. But this is how it looks so far. This is perfect for beginners, low energy. At the minute it's got the standard dual lights on, but I will be changing the lights to some brilliant lights from Twin Star, which the next video will be an overview, review and fitting of those lights. I haven't actually put them on this one yet, but the next tank you'll see do have the Twin Star lights on. So yeah, that's that setup. So this one's low tech, no CO2 injection. Coming along, this is the dual Rio 240. This one's been going around 3 weeks now. This one is CO2 injected. Lots of colourful stems which are just kicking in. It's like I say, not too bad for only 3 weeks. Look at the growth, especially that one there. It's gone crazy. I can't think off the top of my head what it is, but again, there'll be another video covering this and the build video. Lighting on this one is the actual Twin Star lights I was talking about. I'll quickly show you. That's how they look, which is great. You can fit these lights with keeping the canopy, the lid on. So as I was saying earlier, we will be fitting those Twin Star lights on this tank as well. So yeah, that's that one. So coming across the room, this is a setup I done. I have recorded the build for this. As you can see, it needs plants. So what I'm going to do is take some stems. Once I do a trim of the stems in the 240 we've just looked at, I'll put some in here. I'm going to make a nice colourful backdrop with a nice carpet of Cuba, I think I'm going to go for. So yeah, that's the layout. Traditional 5-stone origami, but it's going to have lots of colourful stems in. G-Ross lighting. Again, keep an eye out for the build video of this one. Coming across, this one's been going a couple of months. Everything's going okay. Although I did have to trim the bulbitis here. It got covered in BBA. You can see some there, horrible BBA. I've had to trim that back quite some. I'm still trying to get the balance right in this tank, to be honest, so I don't get the blackbeard algae. Added some pothos, just add a bit more impact for the immersed section of this tank. So pothos, simply just dip it in the tank and the roots taken, it grows no problem. So this one's an ADA 60p. Again, I'll have a build video coming up for this one. It's all recorded. I was just waiting, like, got a bit more established to release a video, so shouldn't be too long, that one. We'll put the full build from scratch and you'll be able to see that. So all these tanks I'm showing you, I have got footage of the full builds, so all the more reason to hit that subscribe button so you see these builds coming. Hint hint. And yeah, I have a shadow. This one is so simple to look after. I've already got a build video on my channel of this one. Lots of immersed growth here. This is a houseplant, a general pothos, same as what's on this tank. These are just cuttings I've took and it just grows really well and I think it looks amazing. Other plants in there, we've just got Anubias. There's no heat on this one, so it's just temperate water temperatures with some golden white cloud minnows, which are doing great. Filtration is a Seachem Tidal 35, excellent little hang-on filter, and does a great job of keeping this tank nice and clean. This one, like I was saying, is so easy to look after. Lighting, I always get questions about this light. This one is Aqua Illumination Prime Freshwater, which I find great for shallow and nano tanks. That's a frustrating thing, there's only 2 tanks with fish in, so I can't wait to get this planted and done and coming across again, get this full of fish, have a nice community of tetras, I'm thinking. In this one, with it being a lot of green, black backdrop, we'll have some nice colourful fish in this one eventually as well. But still early stages, not quite ready for fish yet. But you can see the colour rendition. You see with the standard dual lights, it's got like a light green, yellowish hue. So if you can see this, so that's the dual tube. And I don't particularly like the colour rendition. Although it will grow plants, especially these are all easy category plants, and it will grow them. But just look at the difference when you see that, the colour rendition. And again, I'll show you this one. So that's how these look. So there's two fitted on here. And yeah, much better lights. I'm really impressed with these lights. But the video, as I was saying, I keep repeating myself, but the video will be out next for this one. So yeah, that's how the studio is looking. So you come across some nice ADA pictures there. The two dual tanks. Slowly come across the 3 60cm tanks. What do you guys think? If you've seen previous videos with the nanos and shallows on this side, did you prefer that, or do you prefer the bigger dual aquariums? Let us know in the comments, guys. Always nice to read your comments, get your feedback. But yeah, I do really like this now. So it's a tiny little studio, but I've made the most of the space, put as many tanks as I can. What I'll do now, I'll just take you through the living room and show you what I've got in there, because one of the units that used to be in here is now in the living room, and I'll tell you about my ideas for that. So we're now in my living room. It's really dark in here and there's nothing going at the minute, but this is the idea I had. So there's one of the IKEA units I had. This is an IKEA Besta unit. So my living room's all like grey and greens, so that's that. So just got some house plants there, this little doer, and this doer which I probably set up one day, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So we might put some shelving up, have some light and some more house plants, so it's a nice little nature corner. I've also got 2 shallow tanks. I could have 2 shallow tanks there I can swap and change. So I'm still not 100% certain what I'm doing. That's why it's just put here for the time being. So yeah, to finish, I'll just zoom back there and show you how it looks. And that's how it is in my living room. Like I say, it's very dull in here at the minute. Weather's not too great. So that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I do promise lots of videos to come. Like I say, looking at equipment, setups, plans, advice, fish, the whole shebang. I'm going to cover as much as I can to help you guys out. So as usual, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And don't forget, give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So for now, guys, see you later.